Okie. Sspopiikimi. Good morning. It is not too early in the AM, I don't think. We got daylight outside, so it must be 8 o'clock or later. And what day is it? Saturday. That's why I'm still in bed. February 12th, 2022, 2 days before Valentine's Day in the lunar cycle Sspopiikimi, Sun of the Eagle Moon. And it's been probably a week since I put anything up on the YouTube channel. So it's time for some updates. I'm going to take the camera with me for a little bit this morning. Fill you in on what's gone on in the last week. Show you some clips of this and that. Probably visit the pond this morning. Don't got too much to do because Britt's not home. She went to go visit her friend Cecile and Standoff. The two of them will probably be staying over here tonight, moving their fun over here. So maybe we'll get to see a little bit of that. But I got a bunch of other things to share in terms of updates from the week and that kind of thing. Starting maybe with Derek. Mr. Bird. He's up there somewhere. He's in the closet. The last couple of nights, maybe last 2-3 nights, 4 nights, he's just been adamant about wanting to sleep in our closet. I don't know why. What you doing, Mr. Bird? Yeah, what you doing? You want to go back to your house? Get some food, some water? No? You're not ready? You're not ready? Alright. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he's insisting on being up there right now. You guys want to go out? Want to go out, Poe? Polly's the only one that knows how. Really. This little girl doesn't even do steps yet. You go out? Come on, Luce. Come on, Lucy. She's afraid of steps. There's the Poe. Yeah, it's a nice morning. No wind, not too cold. I think we'll go to the pond. Do a little bit of outside stuff. And I'll tell you about all the stuff that's been going on around here. We'll go down and see Swift in a minute when Polly comes in. Yeah, just getting some seedlings here started. That's kind of new. Some of those already got good growth on them. I'm going to have to move them out of this thing today into some other pots. Methinks. Yeah, good day ahead. Let's get to it. Yeah, work at Sspopiikimi this week has been pretty busy. I'm going to start calling it Sspopiikimi here in my videos instead of the studio because pretty soon I'm going to have my own studio and that's what I'm going to refer to as the studio. So we're changing over. Sspopiikimi employment. That is where I work and that is what I'm going to start calling it when I refer to it in these videos. Anyway, I got all kinds of new stuff going on at Sspopiikimi because the end of this program is edging ever near. It's, I think, March 23rd or 25th or something like that. This program that I'm running is done, and we're not going to run it again, maybe for a few years here. They do have money for a 5th intake, and they advertised it, but nobody signed up, and so they're taking that money for the 5th intake. Sounds like they're going to go do a run of this program in Calgary. Some of my colleagues that have been working with me here, including Theron Black does the leather work with us, and Heather does the business side of the program. Sounds like they'll probably take the helm up north and run it one more time up there, and then we'll shelve it for a few years. Meanwhile, I'm going to be doing other things. I'm going to be putting together monthly job fairs. I'm going to be delivering 3 to 4 workshops in the afternoons each week. Kind of Blackfoot agricultural pre-employment type of workshops. And I'm going to be job developing, meaning I'll be knocking at doors of employers and seeing if we can find places to position people. Our goal, what we've told the government we're going to do for the funding that we get for our organization, is to see that 12 of our clients per month on average successfully find employment, or return to school. That's the numbers we need to make. So yeah, it's been busy over there. I've been busy with a lot of the bookwork type of stuff around all of those changes, but on the side I'm still doing art, of course. So I've been running the Cricut machine now and then beside my desk, printing up these Blackfoot vocabulary sheets. This is an idea I'm grooming, a sheet of Blackfoot vocabulary stickers that you can put around different, like say there'll be a sheet for words around the house, and a sheet for words around the office, and a sheet for words around school, a sheet for words around the kitchen, or whatever, just like different sheets of Blackfoot vocabulary stickers, vinyl stickers that you can put onto your walls, windows and such, and then peel right off once you've learned the word. So I've been playing with the Cricut, trying to get some of that together. It's taken some time really to get it right, but I think it'll eventually get there. Meanwhile, in the actual studio part of the facility, we've been doing drum making this week. So had a visit from Jaleesa, who's my niece now, and she came into the studio one day with her mom and kind of took over my camera. So I'll show you a little bit of the footage that she took, and then we're going to be at the pond here real quick.
Bring it to the museum. Be Custer's last stand, first drum. Custard?
Custard? I blame okay?
I was telling him too, I was like, I literally looked at him.
Is this that small too?
Getting there. Are you going to make a drum, Jaleesa?
No.
Or rattle?
Give me a camera. Give me. Oh. Is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right up your nose.
Oh my God, water.
That's really big, yeah.
Yeah, I just...
Those are full grown.
I'm recording.
Yo.
I'm going to record you here.
These moths, but
What is that?
That's a rattlesnake trying to bite me.
I used to box with Wes.
I'm recording.
Me, Cody.
Show what's happening around the
Friendly
studio.
Center a long time ago. When they used to be at
Where all these
13th
guys working.
Yeah.
Go check them out. Ask them questions.
Charles Shade, Homer, Henry, Victor,
Ryan.
all those guys.
Yeah.
What if it rained for a year?
I lived in Oregon most of my childhood life, and it rains
Yeah.
9 months out of the year.
Because they were, when they were boxing and stuff like that, like, those guys were like really good. They
I'm
would
going
fight.
outside.
Even though they just started fighting and stuff like that, they would have like about under 20 fights, but they'll be fighting the Canadian champions. So they'll be fighting like people with about 80, 100 fights.
I'm recording.
Like Homer, Jocko guy,
What you doing?
he would fight all the champions. And then
What you doing?
Be careful, don't get bitten.
I like Uncle the Golden Globe Canada.
who's that?
Homer Healy.
Yeah.
Ryan! Don't sit in your chair yet. No, Ryan.
You just sit in my chair.
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm still recording. Ah, the sun. Ryan, if you see this, please upload it to YouTube, because I don't know how.
This is one of the things that I look for, or listen for actually, this time of year. During Sspopiikimi, the woodpeckers become way more active on the trees, pecking at the trees. The reason being, the poplar borer beetle grubs are waking up. And I'm pretty sure these guys can hear them or sense them in some strange way. So they all start going after them. I'm going to be watching the fallen trees in the forest main for woodpecker activity, because if we can find any poplar borer beetle grubs, they taste like candy, tree candy. It's beautiful. I would love to partake in the season with the woodpeckers. I'm surprised, no geese this morning here at the Beaver Lodge. Most of the mornings when I visited here, there have been geese hanging around, kind of maybe a super family from last year. We'll see when we get to the wide south pool whether there's anybody among the geese here today, this morning, but from where I stand it doesn't look like it, which is odd. I expect them to be here as a kind of a constant very soon. So now we get a look over the wide south pool, and no geese. Very surprising to me. I would think they would be hanging out all day long here now, but apparently not. It does look as though there may be a pocket, of mallard ducks over by the spring. Probably gonna head over that way myself, so we'll get a closer look at what's going on there, but no Sspopiikimi, which is surprising. And the pond is so frozen still, which it typically is this time of year, being in the shadow of the coulee, but there seemed to be colder spells that we had this winter where we had more open water than we do now. Hard to make sense of sometimes. The river too has been pretty iced over, remained pretty iced over. We still got a lot of the winter species, probably all of the winter species still hanging out here, including the golden eyes on the river, of course. And then on the blood reserve, I had reports this week of what sounds like a male snowy owl, which I used to see them when I would travel back and forth in the winter. Oh, look, well, who do we have here? We have a few geese landing in the area of the spring. Okay, that's more like it. It's odd to me to be into Sspopiikimi and not have the geese occupying the pond. Anyway, let's go over to the spring, see what's up over there. So here is the scene around the spring. group of mallards that are pretty much just at rest right now. And the 3 geese who dropped in and seemed to disturb them a little. And there's other geese that are kind of flying, passing overhead, who may ultimately land here, I don't know. I'm gonna pop down into this open water area and look at what's happening there. Search for little organisms perhaps. But first I want to take a look at the river. Since we're right here, better cross over and see what's going on. Oh my goodness, quite open. Different scene than the pond. Quite a bit of open river water. This is not the same last weekend. When I did my Sunday walk and talk. This is still quite frozen over. A few geese out this way. Yeah, so I managed to get right down here to the water without disturbing any of the ducks and geese over there. And I think I'm hearing some, well, for sure I'm hearing birds, but I'm not sure who they are. That little trisp. It's more woodpeckers or the chickadees. I'm gonna have to check that out. But first, I am gonna poke around here, and I think what I'll do is maybe turn these pieces of wood here and see if anything pops up. Right, raising my pant legs so they don't get wet. It'd be cool to have a couple of new organisms to watch. Oh, now I just made it super muddy. Now I'm just making a nuisance of myself here. Even some new like snails or something. Would be cool. Or maybe I should just move Brittany's fish into the pond. Oh yes, there's a snail. A couple of snails. Little guys. Little guys. I've seen another one here too. I'm gonna grab a couple of these, poke around a little bit more, maybe get some more water, and yeah, I'll show you what the results are. Well, I'm not seeing any organisms moving around in the water at all. I did manage to collect probably 6 or 7 small snails in a little bit of water. But I think we'll head through the forest, check and see if there's any woodpecker activity on the fallen logs, like I was saying, and then cut over to the river and see if we can get any access to some of the open river area. Look, there's geese landing. You probably can't see them, but they're landing by the beaver lodge right now, a bunch of them, and a few others have landed over here since I've been here. So the geese are coming in. They must have just went off to the stubble fields or something to get a bite. But yeah, let's go through the forest and then head over to the river. Well, I'm almost through the forest now, and no luck as yet with the beetle grub search. But that's not surprising. I haven't seen a lot of, for one thing, haven't seen a lot of woodpeckers around here since the fire. So I don't even know if there's enough resources in general to have them poke around here too much when they could be on the other side of the river where there wasn't a fire and there's more insects in general in the forest. So I don't know, it could just be that, or it could be that it's too early in the season yet. Well, it is too early in the season. This is when they just get started picking those grubs, so we'll have a little bit of that yet to come, probably for the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks or so. But yeah, I'm not seeing any indication on any of the fallen logs that the woodpeckers have been busy here yet. I do hear, now that I'm in proximity, geese on the nesting island, the big goose nesting island in the river, which there hasn't been. There hadn't been up until, well, this is the first visit where I'm hearing geese in that direction. So I expect them to be there too, like as a constant now, as we move into the nesting season. Let's go take a look at what the scene is over here. Oh yes, I see already at least a dozen geese. Oh yeah, way more. Many geese hanging out at the nesting island. Bunch over that way. Groups over this way. I don't know if you can see them well with this distant angle. I'm really scared of this edge here. You know, you can just see that it's crumbling. You can see like there's fractures in the ground coming about, and when this stuff slops off, you know, it's a big landslide of stuff. Ooh, look, I can get down into the water right there. I think we will check that out if there's not any open water over here where I normally go. But yeah, there's tons of geese on the big river island, which is another sign of the times. Moving into nesting. Sorry, geeses. I am going to come down here and look in the water. Yeah, there is open water where I normally come down. And what I'm really hoping to find, they're just going to go over to the next little stream over there. They're not leaving in. I just interrupted their fun in the water here. What I'm really hoping to find is a crawdad. A little crawdad would be cool in the aquarium, would it not? I think I will go for a hunt right here. As you might imagine, this water is none too warm. Right now my fingers and toes are just absolutely frozen. And so I gotta come out here in the sun and warm them up a little bit. I might check around just a bit more, but I'm kind of giving up hope on the crawdad idea. Just doesn't seem to be a presence of them at the moment. Eesh. That pain in the toes as the blood begins to circulate again after a good freeze. It's a little bit of torture, but I don't know, I can't complain on such a lovely day as today. Any case, no luck on the crawdad, no luck on any organisms among those river cobbles. Again, it might just be a bit too early in the season. Nothing's a happening yet, but you know, the mating for those crayfish is coming right up. It's coming right up. So I know they're going to be here very soon. Just not yet. Not yet. More like when the goose eggs are here. So it's another month yet. Maybe I'll hop down on the float here. See if there's any view under the ice. Again, I'm just waiting for the little organisms to start popping, and I expect to see, you know, some wolf spiders coming out. I expect to see some like blue bottle flies and stuff, green bottle flies coming out. You know, even now it's warm enough. Yeah, everything's pretty iced over. I can't wait to pick some little duckweed from the surface here. I want some of that duckweed growing in my aquarium, and I know I can get some of it right in here in season. Right now, nothing. Okay, let's take off. Got other things to do. Check out this Star Wars car. That's pretty cool. Yeah, just rolling around town right now. I picked up a nice kind of glass pitcher to move that fish into. Definitely got to replant some of those starts, those tomato starts today. And Valentine's Day is like Monday, so I think this is my only opportunity to find some Valentine's Day stuff. So I'm gonna go downtown, see if I can take care of that, then back to the house. Back on the road, or as far as this film goes, still on the road. No, I actually did do my Valentine's Day shopping a little bit and brought the things home that I bought, which I'm not going to reveal here because I'm hoping this video is up before V-Day. And at home, I made a big mistake. I jumped the gun. I tried to transition the betta fish into the new, what do you call those things? Pitcher. I bought this nice round glass pitcher that's like a fish bowl that I could imagine that fish living in and it being kind of cute. And last time that we prepared the water for that fish, we gave it 24 hours. You know, I put tap water and then put dechlorinator and there's another chemical that I put in there, recommended by the pet store or whatever, and left it 24 hours, then put the fish in and it was fine. Okay, but when I went to go pick up the fish at the tropical fish store, the Real Pro guy told me, hey, those he said, do you got your water ready? I said, yeah, I prepared it last you know, last night. It's been like 24 hours almost. And he's like, whoa, okay. Because he said that, you know, that stuff should act like almost instantaneous. It's good that you did that, you know, good to give it a little time, but it acts quicker than that, you know. So I was thinking, all right, today I could just like put my water, you know, drop my my chemicals into it, and nearly instantaneous thing would happen, the reaction, and a half hour later perhaps I could drop the fish in. So that's what I tried to do, and for about a minute it looked okay, and then fish started not doing good rapidly. So just kind of sank to the bottom, nosedive, didn't look good. So I didn't film it. Don't know why exactly, but kind of glad I didn't, because what a mistake. Anyway, I started panicking, and my best idea was get that fish out of the pitcher, put him into the pond water that I had, you know, sitting for weeks. And so that's what I've done. And in the pond water, before I left the house, that fish has been doing all right. You know, it's doing better than it was in the chemically treated new water, for sure. And it seems kind of stable, although traumatized and probably, you know, in recovery. I don't know. We'll check when we get home. It could be a tragic situation, or it might just survive another ordeal. I can't even imagine what this fish has gone through, being that it's been taken from like real waters in Thailand and all that shit. Anyhow, then I got back on the road because Britt called and she said, hey, you want to come pick me up? I had messaged her and I said, you know, basically, I'm getting tired. I'm probably going to take a nap. I miss you. And she's like, hey, want to come get me? And I was like, yeah, I'll take a drive. So I'm in standoff. I'm going to go pick up Britt. I'm not sure whether Cecile is going to jump in with us or not. We'll find out. But, yeah, grab her, go home. And we'll see if the fish is still alive when we get there. Oh, and by the way, I am on the lookout for that snowy owl crossing the reserve here. The snowy owl that my friend reported the other day. I'm watching all the power lines and stuff, so maybe we'll have an encounter. Who knows? Probably not, but there's always the chance. All right. Several hours later now. And as you can see, Britt's fish is doing just fine in the pond water. Mesmerized by its own reflection. As you can hear, Britt and Cecile are here. There's one of the pond snails doing its thing. And down here, the zebra snail. So a couple of exotics in the pond water, I guess. More to the experiment. These girls are doing their second Twitch cast, I think, on Call of Duty or something.
Yeah, we should play often. I don't think you're still muted. Oh.